If you guys want to see how I did these short Afro passion twists, keep watching. For this style, I'm using some clips, a couple of combs, some rubber bands, some Jamaican black castor oil, a little bit of edge control, and of course you can accessorize if you would like. For the hair, I'm going to be using 1 pack of this Afro twist hair. And for the twist, I actually took 1 bundle that was in the pack and I cut it in half. And I'm just using one of the little sections that come in the bundle. I'm using it in the color 4. I usually will go with something darker like a 1 or 1B, but I wanted it to just match my hair. And I had to end up putting a little bit of regular like 1B hair that I had just laying around because I didn't have enough for how thick I wanted the braids. But I'm starting off on pre-stretched hair. I just stretch my hair in, little mini twists. And then I'm just going to start by combing out everything to make sure that there's no tangles or no knots in my hair. Once I got my hair detangled, I poured a little bit of the rubber bands into the top of my edge control cap, and I'm just going to cover them with that Jamaican black castor oil. You do not need a lot of this. You just want to get it soaked just a little bit, just enough so it won't tug on your hair when you actually use the rubber bands to make the little puffs for your twist. I ended up doing my little parting off camera, but all I did was I just sectioned off my hair into just little blocks using my edge control and of course a rat tooth comb, and then securing it with one of the soaked rubber bands. As you guys can see, it's all growing back everywhere. There are of course some places that's a little bit shorter than others, but for the most part, the hair is growing back. So what I'm doing here is just showing you guys how I actually cut 1 bundle of the braiding hair. So I cut all 3, but I'm just showing you this one here. These are the only scissors that I could find upstairs. So I just used this one to cut it in half. And here I'm just showing you guys the bundles that I have now from the one that I cut in half. And then again, this is going to be like that little black bundle that I had from previous. And I'm going to be using a little bit of that just to thicken up the twist just a little bit. So I'm just taking apart the bundles, just pulling it apart by the sections that they have. Now what I did, because I liked the shorter look, but I kind of wanted it to be a little tapered. So I took one of those black pieces and pulled it in half. And I'm using 1/2 of the black, and then I'm using a whole of the 4. So as you guys can see, I'm using these 2. So up here at the very top, you guys can see how I have it rubber band, but I also have little like twists of my natural hair. I do this because it helps when your hair is a little bit shorter to actually have something to grip on. Because whenever I put any product in my hair, it's just going to puff back up. So I twist it down to keep it from puffing up in the braid, if that makes sense. All I'm doing here is stretching out the 2 pieces of hair I'm going to be using and putting those off to the side. Next, you want to insert your crochet needle up under your braid. And then I'm just going to twist the hair in between my fingers a little bit just to make it easier to go into my hook. And then I'm gonna take that and I'm gonna hook that right onto it and close up the crochet hook and slide it back through my hair. Now you can pull one side through. And what I like to do here is take whichever side is a little bit fluffier, and this is where I'm going to hide that little twist of my natural hair at. So you can twist it around or do however you do, but I like to hide it in there and then I start twisting. You can twist to the left or to the right, but the only piece of advice I want you guys to listen to is just twist while you are twisting. That is going to be the key to actually locking your natural hair in there to where you can't see it. Oof, okay, so this was the very last one, y'all. I was so happy to be done. It was so late. So again, I'm just going through and stretching out the hair, and I'm just gonna prepare it and get ready to crochet it through. On this very last one, I actually hooked a piece of natural hair from another braid in the crochet needle, and I was struggling to get it out. But if this ever happens, just stay calm, kind of wiggle it a little bit. Just make sure you're calm when you're doing this because you can rip out your hair. So stay calm, breathe, and get it untangled. The next morning, I just went through and started cutting away any straight ends that I found and just trying to even it up a little bit more. And any of them that had unraveled, I was just twisting those again. Now on to styling. You honestly can style these in any way that you wanted to. I wanted to try a cute little like space bun, piggy bun type situation. So I grabbed a little bit of edge control. I'm trying this one out just to kind of see. The beauty supply had it. We gonna see what it's about. But tried this one. It smelled so good. As far as hold, it was okay. But in the Hawaii sun, honestly, it did what it had to do, but it was a little greasy and it did drop down on my face, so I probably won't be using it again, but it held, for pictures and whatnot. Let me know in the comments if you guys have tried this style. I'll catch you on the next one.